Well, good morning from Casablanca. I arrived yesterday, and I went and had coffee at Rick's. Now this evening I have a reservation for dinner at Rick's Cafe, Casablanca. But what I thought I'd do the first thing this morning is show you around my apartment. Now, on a cursory look, it doesn't look too bad. But when you start looking under the covers it's a bit ropey. Anyway, give you a quick look around. So, this is the living room. I've got some big old pictures up on the wall. And that goes through there. We'll go through there in a tick. So, we've got a table and 6 chairs. Bit odd. Since there's only one bed here, which is the double, but I suppose you could have guests. So that's a look out of the lounge window, and there's quite a comfortable settee. I may well be sleeping on that tonight. So that's the front entrance, that's the front door. I'm up on the first floor. There's the bathroom. We've got a shower. Obviously the sink and a toilet, which isn't too bad, and it's toilet roll, so you can't odds that. Then coming through here we've got a kitchen. Now I'll tell you about the kitchen. Washing machine, not plumbed in, doesn't work. But the kettle does, and I've got a little jar of coffee, so at least I can have a coffee in the morning. And then we go through into my boudoir. So there's the bed. It's not overly comfortable, but it's got plenty of cupboard space and stuff, which is okay. I've got gear everywhere, as you'd expect. Now, the room, the view from the bed, that's the view. Now, in case you're not quite sure what that is Hassan II's Mosque. It's just round the corner, and it is huge. It is massive. And we're going to have a look at that shortly. Now, I've taken a command decision that I'm not going to bother going in. I think once you've seen in one mosque, you've probably seen in them all. So that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to go and have a look over there. It's huge. It's obscene, obscenely large. But you'll see that for yourself when we get there. And then we're going to have a wander around. So here I am. I've just come along from my apartment that I've got here in Casablanca, and I've only walked about 100 or so metres, and let me just give you a little bit of a view of what we've got here. Hassan II's Mosque. It is massive. It's the largest one here in Morocco. It is, it's just breathtakingly large. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's still quite quiet. However, I have seen several tourist coaches. So there you go, that's a look from this angle. We'll see if we can get a little bit round the corner. I'll just check that place out. That is quite on a grand scale. And we just come round and you can see the sea. It's right by the sea. But apparently you need a ticket. So I'm going to go and get a ticket. So that's the mosque. So to get there, to actually sort of on the grounds, as it were, you've got to come down here and go and get a ticket. So if we have a look down here, so if you have, I mean, these buildings look sort of grandeur, but behind the scenes they're a bit ropey. But you know, I mean, this is what I expect. Rubbish. Somebody's been to McDonald's then. Well, there you go, we'll have a wander down and we'll get a ticket. I'm not actually going to go inside. I'm not going to go in. Just going to have a walk around the grounds, as it were. So there you go. So looking back from the mosque to that building there, if you have a look, my room is the ones that's the shutters are up on the first floor. Right, the same mosque, or the Hassan second mosque, was actually completed in 1993 by King Hassan II. Now, it's the second largest functioning mosque in Africa. It can take 25,000 people inside praying all at once, and a further 80,000 outside. So 105,000 people can actually pray at the same time in this mosque. Mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. Now the minaret itself stands at 205 metres high. I can just have a butcher's at that. That is 205 metres high. 60 floors. Oh, it's just huge. And already there are hundreds of tourists here. So the mosque looks out over the Atlantic Ocean. So, but that's west. So they must all face this way when they're praying. But it's all handcrafted marble from, what do you call it? All Moroccan artisans took part in building it. So there you go, that's some useless information. But it is a size, it's huge. And these tourist buses just keep turning up. Just keep turning up. So I don't think I'm going to bother going in with a throng. I mean, you can just see how massive it is from here. I mean, the people look minute against it, and that's got to be what, 300-400 metres away. And coach loads of them keep coming. So I'm going to have a wander around elsewhere. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of Casablanca. So this is the area just round the corner from the mosque. So as you can see, yeah, there's a bit of rubbish and stuff lying around. But there's a taxi over there, and there's a little tuk-tuk coming along. So you've got all this old buildings, rubbish lying around everywhere, and then just across the way you've got a new complex. And we're just going to go across that way, and then we're going to go down to the shopping mall. There's a big shopping mall down there with a Costa. Which is open, or should be this morning, and hopefully I'm going to get a spot of breakfast, but at least a coffee. So I'll give you a look around in a bit, and then we'll head over and I'll show you Rick's outside. So there's a welcome coffee club, or cubba, and so you just look around, And you can see over there, there's some squalor. And there's the mosque in the background. So this is the old Morocco. This is the old Casablanca I can remember. So this is the start of this new complex, and as you can see, it's not that far from Hassan II's mosque. And so just across the road you've got what looks like a Medina wall. And there it is. Now I first came to Morocco, oh blimey, must have been, I reckon it must have been around about the late 80s, maybe early 90s. I think it's certainly before I went off to Norway to work up there. I don't recognise much of Casablanca as it was. It has changed enormously. It has grown. So many new buildings. I couldn't even recognise where the agents used to be that we used to go to, the tier parking where we used to have to go into. It's just yeah. Be interesting to see how Tangiers changed. I'm on my way up to Rabat tomorrow, and then on to Tangiers the day after, and then I'm heading back. But it'll be interesting to see how it's all changed. This northern part of Morocco is being developed. So yeah, it's interesting to go back to places years later just to see how things have changed. It's amazing, really is amazing. So there you go, I'm gonna head off to see if I can get a cup of coffee. Well, this is the marina shopping. Doesn't open till 11, unfortunately. Here's Mood's Cafe and Restaurant, and just beyond it is the port of Casablanca. And not sure whether you can actually work out, there's quite a lot of ships in there at the moment, and it's also looks like the Moroccan Navy have a presence here as well. And then you can look out into the North Atlantic. And this is the sea defences that they put up to protect the harbour. And you've got a few rollers coming in there. Nice for the old surfboarders. So this is the ocean side of marina shopping. In there they've got McDonald's, they got Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, and a Costa. Unfortunately, it's another hour before anything opens. So I'm just going to have to chillax, I think, for a little while, and before I can go and get a coffee. Oh dear, never mind. Right, catch you in a bit. There you go, there's the Kentucky Fried Chicken, and next to it a McDonald's. So you can eat unhealthily here as well. And so just round the corner is the Burger King. But it affords a great view. There's quite a few ships out there at anchor. There you go, the food court. Papaya, Thai street food, Taco de Leon, black and green, all sorts, Popeye, Costa. Well, there you go. So It's all modern stuff here. Pizza Hut. There's an interesting point. You see lots of these like fake palm trees, and what they do, they actually disguise telephone masts. So and they're all over the place. And they're just the old telephone doobies. I was down here looking at this yesterday, and it just seems like it's just this bit that you've got these rollers coming in. And they dropped all these, what are they, 3-4 sided doobies to protect the sea wall. But it's only this bit. It doesn't look like there's anywhere else along here that you've got this going on. It's a phenomenon. I've also got fishing boats in that harbour. You can't get down onto that. I just had a look. There's your Burger King crazy meal, 25 dinar. So this is the food hall part of the operation. So you've got McDonald's, Crunchy. Down there's your Burger King. Over there's the Pizza Hut. Yeah. So this is all dedicated to food. They're not doing a lot of business at the moment because it's Ramadan. It's only foreigners that are eating here at the moment. So there you go. So they've got this here, which just goes to prove it's Ramadan. Marabaha. Yeah, just give you a look around there. I think that's just as a reminder. So it's just a quick look around this shopping mall. It's called the Marina Shopping. Casablanca, Morocco. There you go. That's just a quick squint round. The toilets are kept clean. It's toilet paper. So there you have it. So I've just come into what is the old Medina of Casablanca. So this is just the inside of that wall that we were looking at earlier. And I come across this lovely little square, and I'm just on my way over to have a look at Rick's. So we're just going to have a wander along to see if we can find Rick's Cafe. So I think it's just round the corner there, but we'll soon find out when we get there. But there's quite a lot of mess about in here. But we are in Morocco after all. I mean, this is a bit like what I recall of Morocco. I mean, just through the trees there, you can just about see the mosque, and is Rick's on the corner here? Yeah, there it is. So I'll just come round the corner here, down the steps. Knees and nips are playing up this morning, but we've just found it. Here's Rick's Cafe, and just watch the traffic. And you've got your obligatory tourists taking their pictures of Rick's. Actually, his son's in the wrong direction at the moment, but there he is, famous Rick's Cafe, Casablanca. And that's where I'm off to have my dinner tonight. I mean, yesterday I parked rummy just over there. I managed to get in and have a couple of cups of coffee. Now, let me tell you about coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee in there. They give you some fancies, some what do you call it, little pastries or whatever. 200 dirham. I've just had a massive caramel latte at Costa, and it only cost me 20 dirham. Whee. There you go, catch you later. So there's that square I just come from. There's Rick's Cafe. Just up the road there you've got the Echo Royal Navel. I'm not sure what this place is, it's very flash. And then you look out across there and you've got the harbour, the marina. So this is still part of, this is inside the old Medina. We'll just have a wander along. We'll just have a mince around here. So, yeah. Don't know what that place is. Something to do with Security National. Must be the old bill or something. For the local bobbies. So, I know I need to head this way. So I'm going to have a wander up through the Medina here. Try not to get run over by a motorbike. We're talking about motorbikes, there's hundreds of them. They're all parked up here. I suppose somebody's keeping an eye on them. So this is walking up the Medina. Now, it's a bit like the other Medinas that we've been to, where you've got your wooden doors. Remember that from Marrakesh? Or was it Fez? So you've got your little alleyways. This doesn't feel anywhere near as manic as it was in Marrakesh. I mean, Marrakesh was a nightmare down these little alleyways. But it's like everywhere at the moment. They kind of start late. So I don't know whether they have little shops along here or what. But this is just walking through part of the old Medina here in Casablanca. But yeah, these look like shops. In fact, probably definitely are shops. So, from that point of view, they obviously start late. So we'll just have a wander around. There you go, cats. Cats everywhere. So we'll wander down through this way. Don't know whether we can get out down here. That's a dead end, that one. That looks like probably another dead end that way. Yeah. There's a cat. Scaredy cat. Oh look, ginger one. Lots of pussycats about. So it's no different to anywhere else we've been. Can we get through here? No, this is somebody's front door. So, when you're walking around in Medina, the ancient Medina of Casablanca, lots of the little side alleys lead to dead ends. So we'll just keep having a wander around then. Clearly I'm going to get lost. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely going to be getting lost. Oh look, pussycats. What's up, lads? What's the matter? Look at that, nice. It's all manner of colours of cats around here. What are they going to do? You having trouble there? Hey, having trouble? Yeah, lots of them are pretty cats. So you get the odd scrap, but oh, pigeons as well. So there's another one going in the house. I dare say that will lead to nowhere. So this is like a main thoroughfare, and looks like lots of these lead off to nowhere. Oh look, a couple of scruffy looking kittens. Oh, 3 of them. And I'd have gathered to guess that they're hers. Here's another one. There's just loads of cats everywhere. And they're all different colours. That's the amazing thing, they're all different colours. There's no sort of set pattern to the cats. So we just keep meandering through this old Medina and see where we get to. There's a market stall, look, he's already set up. One of the early ones. Fruit and veg man. They're starting to get a little bit busier. But this is the bit that the tourists don't come to. Well, put it this way. I haven't seen any others, so yeah. Oh look, nice little garden there. Trying to bring a palm on. So I dare say this will all get busier later. So for now, TTFN. So I'm just coming up to, I think, the outside of the Medina wall. As you can see, there's some fruit and veg already starting to set up. So they're just starting to come alive now. It's a little after 11 o'clock. You have to watch out for motorbikes. So this is the thickness of the Medina wall. There's a ginger Tom coming across the road. So yeah, I reckon this is the old Medina. Oh look down there, that's proper busy. Lots of stuff setting up down there. So that's interesting. We're going to have a look at that over there. So this is, yeah, this is looks like the old Medina wall. There you go. Wow, that's something different, isn't it? That is definitely something different. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life? So it's got a ship up there with cannons, Moroccan flag hanging off of it. Yeah, you just have to watch yourself you don't get run over. I don't know what it is. Is it a mosque? It's sort of got the look of a mosque about it. You've got a couple of cannons outside. ornate cannons. How unusual. How very, very unusual. Amazing. Just walking around, it's amazing what you can find. Oh, this is odd. There's a wall there, and there's another wall there, and it leads to another wall the other side of that, and that's just past this, whatever it is. So, yeah, so, I don't know. Is that the Medina wall? Or is that it over there? Or is this an inner wall? Sometimes you have an inner wall. So if attackers get inside the first wall, you end up having to fight your way through another wall. So, yeah. Oh, well, we come quite a way round the Medina, and don't know where you can work out, but right down the bottom of the road there is the marina shopping. So I think I'm going to head off that way there, towards the mosque. So it definitely looks like part of the old Medina wall. And I don't know what's the other side of it. I think it might be a police barracks or military barracks, but it's got barbed wire all along the top of it. And at the end of the street there you can see the Husseini Mosque. So here's a garage doing all sorts of stuff. So if you want your car fixing or your motorbike fixing or your push bike fixing, this is the street to come down by the looks of it. Garage is all the way down here. Somebody's got a shock absorber and gear all out there. So yeah, having a right go at his taxi there. So all manner of stuff down here. And this is Sunday, by the way, so people are working on a Sunday, but they don't do so much on a Friday. There you go, that's part of the narrow streets inside the Medina, and so we're still walking along this road. They do all sorts here, furniture makers, mechanics. Another narrow street up there, look. Amazing place. Stick all the worn out stuff on the roof, look.